All right, so welcome to another day in the shop. This is an interesting truck. Anybody guess what kind of truck this is? Just a quick guess. It's kind of boxy, it's kind of old. I'm going to give you a clue here. I'm going to clue in on the emblem on the passenger front fender. See if you can figure out what it is. It's a Stout. It's a Stout little pickup is what it is. It is a 1965 Toyota Stout with a 1900cc engine. I don't know if anybody is familiar with these. They weren't real popular in the United States that I'm aware of. I haven't seen too many of them. They got these cool turn signal lights up here on the top of the fender. Somebody, of course, has added a running marker light there. 4 headlight system. I think the grille is missing. Super flat, straight bumper. Huge radiator, 4-cylinder engine, pretty simple. Somebody's converted the carburetor. You can see there's a bunch of adapters there. So my job is to fix this thing, to make it run. The guy is super frustrated, the owner is super frustrated, I should say. Had it to a couple other mechanics and they just seemed to make it worse. Drove it into their place and then had to have it towed into mine because they had it for 5 months and didn't do what he asked. So today I'm estimating what this Toyota Stout needs. So I'm going to go over it with you a little bit. It looks like this truck has been many different colors. See the red? It's now kind of a bluish teal. But there's also this, could be a primer. He said the original color was silver, I think, which is kind of funny. He's started fixing it up, replacing some rust, and replaced the interior. The door panels have been replaced, the seat's been replaced. It's a 4-speed on the column. And there's the transmission with a drum brake e-brake. Pretty cool truck. I think there's bits missing from the dash. Has a panoramic windshield. Owner says the windshield is actually worth more than the truck. Isn't that amazing? So we'll go over a few features here. It doesn't run yet. Probably needs a bunch of work. We're going to estimate it, like I said. I want to show you a few things. It's got very American looking door handles. Little tiny, how do you make that work? Door lock? I'm assuming that, oh yeah, it pivots. You put the key in there. Wow, that's kind of a pain. So that just pivots up. You can see the windshield A-pillar, how it comes into the cab there. That's a real knee knocker. Let's look at the dash here. It's got a horn ring. It's got a cool speedometer that goes up to 80 miles an hour with just basic gauges. Little hot and cold gauge here for your temperature. Little fuel gauge there, and somebody's added a amp gauge. There's a really neat wiper switch that goes here that I've got to rebuild. I'll show it to you later. It's a push button deal. It's kind of neat, like off on. There's your ignition switch. Pretty simple little truck. Very, very simple. It's got a fuel filler right here and also has one on the other side. I don't get why it has double tanks for a 4-cylinder truck, but it does. Remember these? How you open the tailgate on this thing, unlatch it. Has the chains that keep it just like old Fords and old Chevys back in the 40s. Here's the other fuel tank. We'll get up underneath it in a while and we'll do a little undercarriage inspection of this 65 Toyota Stout. The bed is red. You see that? So I'll put the tailgate back up like that. Latch the latchers. Very simple tail lights. I'm assuming this is turn signal. That would be your brake light. There's your reverse light. License plate light. Just one hinge in the middle. Yeah, look at that. It's got kind of some side hinges, but it's got a main hinge in the middle. Pretty neat. Spare tire underneath there, bumpers missing, unless you consider these rubber things, rubber baby bumpers. So we're gonna get into this truck, see if we can make it run, drive it around, have some fun with it. The owner just wants it to be reliable. I don't blame him. I get a lot of calls from classic car owners that are really frustrated with shops that can't work on old stuff. So we're gonna try to make this guy happy. All right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next iteration of what this truck turns into. Hopefully it's running and driving and doesn't have a lot of problems.